All right, so come into mountain pose at the, wherever in the center of your mat. And we'll just stand, feet parallel to each other, hip width apart. You can open up into the palms out just to open up the heart a little bit. Tailbone under, belly pulled in gently, pressing down through the feet firmly and evenly, each ball mount as well as the heels. And then remember the chin, just lift, bring it back a little bit. Relax your jaws, your throats. And feel free to close your eyes here, bringing your full focus inward. Just taking these few moments to focus on your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. And doing just that, just noticing the body, its placement on the floor, the feet pressing firmly and evenly into your mats as we lengthen up through the crown of the head. Noticing our breath flowing in and out of the nose. Let's take a moment and set an intention for your practice, a goal, a mantra, a prayer, or dedication. And when you have set your intention for your practice or for your day today, take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold or pause that breath for about 5 to 10 seconds. And then exhale completely. Returning back to a regular breath. Okay, go ahead and bow your head down. Open your eyes and inhale your heads up. All right. Okay, so let's go through some of our standing twists. So we'll start out with triangle pose. Now triangle pose actually twists, even though it doesn't seem like we're twisting in the opposite direction, we're still twisting the body. So what I'd like you to do is walk your feet apart, hip width apart, okay, onto your mat. And then go ahead and rotate whatever front leg. It'll be my right leg in, heel in, toe out, and the back heel out, toe in, okay? So straight line from the heel to the center of the back foot. Okay? Legs are spread apart, and our torso will be facing the side, okay? Reaching the arms out like wings. So we've learned this pose again already, right? So we're just gonna repeat it. Let's bring the back hand to our hip and gaze at the front hand. We're gonna lengthen, reach, without moving, without bending the knee. Both legs are straight. Lengthen, 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 lengthen as far as you can. Reaching, drop the arm below the knee, and then rotate this top shoulder open. Rotate it open, keep rotating. So pull the belly in, this is where the twist comes in. Breathe, reach, slight, and we want to use the core and the legs for this pose. Hand is just there for support. And if you're ready, reach the arm up to the sky. Palms should be facing forward. Gaze could be down, forward, or up. And then you can release this hand and open this palm too and really use the whole body. So it's a little bit more work. Keep breathing. And then you can lengthen the arm overhead for your extended triangle. Roll the shoulder back, reach through the fingertips, palms facing the ground. Now using the back leg, top arm, inhale up. Exhale, arms down. Good, bring that foot forward and walk the feet in towards each other. Oh no. I don't have my blocks. Oh, yes, I do. I have these blocks here. Hold on. So if you have blocks, grab your blocks. This will be helpful for this next pose. Okay? And if you don't, I'll try to help show you without blocks, but it's definitely easier. That's why I asked you guys to get blocks if you can. These are wooden ones, but of course there are foam ones out there. I think I explained at the beginning of the session that the thicker ones are a little better than the thinner ones. I really like these thick blocks, okay? So placing the blocks at the front of your mat, and we'll come into that mountain pose again. And we are gonna do the same side. So we just did our left leg, or our right leg forward, I think. Whichever leg you went forward, I'd like that same leg forward, okay? So my right leg, walk back to the left leg. Hips are internally rotated this time. Notice that my feet are slightly apart, not one behind the other, okay? So this is your warrior position if the knee was bent, but we're gonna keep the legs straight. And we're gonna fold forward for our Revolve Triangle. So just to make it a little easier for our back, we could bring our hand to the thigh and just slide the hand down. Nice straight spine, okay? Nice, I'm gonna show you this way. So nice straight spine. Notice my spine is straight. And you're just gonna bring your hands to the blocks, okay? Or if you don't have blocks, you can either bring it to the floor, and you can bring a slight bend in the knee, or to the thigh or shin. All right, this makes it a little harder for the pose, but that's why blocks, again, are easier. Okay, again, if you can get to the floor, feel free to, and relax the head down. All right, so this is just a forward bend. Pyramid pose, some people call this. Okay, so again, if you have those blocks, that would be better. And we'll place the opposite hand of the leg that's forward on the block, on the floor, or if you have to, on the shin. Again, this makes it harder. The opposite hand to the hip. Pressing that hand down or into the shin and rotating chest open. Pressing hand down, rotating chest open. So we're revolving to the opposite side. Good, yes. Breathe. So other way, oh yes, that's fine. Good. Okay, and then if that shoulder is all the way up, you can reach the arm to the sky. Keep the breath flowing. Pretty intense twist. Exhale, untwist. Okay, make sure that head is relaxed. You can bring that back foot forward, come into a forward bend. Bring the hands to the hips. Push it back, lift flat back, straight up. Whew. And then just take a moment, notice how you feel. Taking a deep breath or two. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. So we'll start out with the triangle pose. Walk your feet apart. Rotate the other leg in, heel in, toe out. Back heel out, toe in. Press the feet into the ground, straight legs, torso facing the side, reach the arms out like wings. Spread the toes, ground them firmly. Bring the back hand to the hip. Gaze is at the front hand. Let's take a deep breath. And as you exhale, lengthen forward. Reach, reach, reach. Pushing the feet into the ground, drop the arm below the knee. Rotate the shoulder open and reach the arm to the sky. Breathe, open that heart, reach up. You can open that palm too and press them into the shin so that you really rotate that chest open. Pull the belly in and then lengthen arm over ear. Keeping the shoulder away from the ear, lengthening from the pinky. Relax your jaw, relax your throat. When you're ready, use the back leg, back top arm. Inhale up. Exhale, arms down. Good. Go ahead and bring both feet forward and walk the feet in to mountain. Good. All right. Other side for our Revolve Triangle. So walk to the front of your mat or wherever your blocks are We're gonna step the opposite leg back. I'm stepping my right leg back, left leg forward. That's how I did it, so whichever legs you did. Both legs are straight as an arrow, hips are forward. Let's lengthen forward. Now you can just reach forward if that feels good and you're strong enough in your back. Reach, straight spine though. So when you're reaching, notice what I'm doing. I'm reaching. So if that's too much for your back, that's when you bring your hand to the thigh and reach. Or both hands. Okay, relax down to the floor or to your blocks. Into your pyramid pose. Good. And then come up halfway, or onto your blocks, or just onto your fingertips, or hands to the shin. Opposite hand to the shin, or to the floor, or to your block, and the same hand on the hip. Rotate shoulder open as you press the hand down. Breathing deeply. Both feet are pressed into the ground, back heel as well. Then reach that top arm to the sky. Keep breathing. Exhale, untwist. Go ahead and bend that front knee. Bring both feet together, forward. And bring your hands to the hips. Push back, lift up, flat back. Back to mountain. Ooh, those feel good, don't they? All right, now we'll do our side angle, and some people call it a lateral angle, and lateral angle twist, revolved lateral angle, or revolved side angle. So there's a couple different names for it. So I'm going to do this sideways so you can see. I'm going to use my blocks as well again. I'm going to start at the front of my mat. And go ahead and walk your right foot. You can bring your hands to the floor, to the block, and bring the right foot back. Turn the toe and drop the heel. Okay, and then sweep the arms up. So that's just another way of getting into your warrior two position. Okay, so face the torso facing the side body. So there you go, yeah. So this foot, make sure this knee is externally rotated. Good. Press the feet into the ground. So we're sideways. There you go, sideways. Okay, back hand to the hip again. And we're going to lengthen over that front knee once again. So look at that knee, look at that hand, take a deep breath. Exhale, lengthen, 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 reach, reach, reach. Now bend the elbow, bring the forearm to the thigh, and flip the palm up. And rotate that top shoulder up again, coming into that side angle, or lateral angle. Reach that top arm up, reach for the sky. Opening the chest. And let's extend it over the ear again. Palm forward, over ear. Palm should be facing the ground. Roll the shoulder back. Pinky towards the ground. You guys got it. Good. Exhale, chest forward. So rotate forward. My elbow's still on the knee. And I'm just going to bring my hand either to the floor or to my blocks in any position that's comfortable for you. Bring the back heel up and drop the hips. You're coming into a lunge. Okay? So from this lunge, same hand, same knee that's bent. Bring that hand to the hip. We're going to revolve the twist. Press the hand down, rotate, shoulder open. Revolving your twist. I'm going to do this to the front too so you can see. Good. So, revolve, twist, excellent. I see somebody twisting, I think, the wrong way. Manaz, I think you're both twisting the wrong way. So you want to twist the other way. Other way. So hand to the hip. So you're in a lunge like this. Okay? And then you're going to bring the hand to the hip and rotate. Then reach the arm to the sky. Exhale, untwist. Okay, then bring that back foot forward, come into a forward bend. Hands to the hips, push back, lift up. Nice and tall. Good. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Let me show you forward so that you can see how it's done in this way, because it looked like some people are having problems. So I'm gonna do, I have my, what did I do? I did my right leg back this time. I'll bring my other leg back this time. Okay? So come into that lunge first, okay? And then you're gonna turn the back toe, drop the heel, and come into your warrior two position. Okay, so back heel slightly forward, front heel, foot is forward, arms are straight out, right? Straighten the back leg, front knee is bent. Bring the back hand to the hip and push forward, forward, forward towards me. Deepen that groin. Bend the elbow, bring it to the thigh, palm up. Rotate top shoulder open, lift the arm to the sky. Deep breaths. Good. Lengthen arm over ear, palm facing the ground. Woo, nice stretch of the side body. Exhale, chest down and forward, down. Yes, bring the hand to your blocks or to the floor. Bring the back heel up. So we're back in that lunge. Both hands on the floor or on blocks. Both hands on the floor or on blocks. And then the other hand to the hip. So same hip, same knee. Yes, same hip, same knee. So knees forward. There you go. Rotate shoulder open. Revolving your half moon. Reach the arm to the sky once again. And extend forward overhead. Exhale, chest to the ground. Bring the hand down. Bring the back foot forward. Come into a forward bend. Drop the head. Bring the hands to the hips. Push back, lift up, flat back. Good. All right, so revolving is revolving your twist, twisting in the opposite direction. So just so you remember, because I know that can be confusing. All right, last one. And this is a hard one, so do what you can. Again, blocks are helpful. That's why I have them, because they're necessary for a lot of these poses. So I'm going to have a start out first in a half moon. You can try against the floor. I will show you against, because it doesn't look like many of you. Who has blocks? Does anybody have blocks? I see one. Okay, only one person has blocks. Oops, we just lost Maggie. What happened? All right, I'm gonna do with a block, because that's what I have to show you. We're going to, let's start out with 1 foot forward, whichever foot. I'm doing my left foot. It looks like your right, my right. Forward. And then back foot just behind it like that, okay? The block is going to be behind the pinky toe. All right, so here's my pinky. Okay, I'm going to put like the corner of the block to it, and I'm just going to bring it out a little bit more, out to the side. So here we go. So here's my pinky, and then out. All right, the other hand. So what I'm going to do is I'll bring my hand to my hip, my hand to the block, and I'll slowly lift the back leg up. All right? Slowly lift the back leg up. If your hand was on the floor, it's a little bit more challenging. And if you were going to use a wall, it's not the same pose, but you could. It's just a little different, just using a wall. Again, the wall is going to be a little bit behind you. So if I were going to use this wall, I'll bring my hand just slightly back, my foot, and then using the wall, okay? So that's your half moon. There's a couple of different ways. We're actually going to do wall work. So we will do some of these poses at the wall when we do wall work. So I'd really, prefer us to attempt to use our hand or a block. Okay, so just lifting that back leg up and opening the shoulder out to the side. Rolling it open, pushing out through the heel, nice strong leg, and then reaching the arm to the sky. Woo. So it's an open, open, open heart, open chest, kind of like we're doing triangle, but with the leg up. Woo, we can bring the arm overhead, towards the front. Oh yeah. And then to get out of this, I like to kind of just release the feet together, come into a forward bend, and then flat back up. Woo, how was that? Okay? It's a little bit difficult. But with practice, practice. All right, other side, same thing. So foot forward, hand or block outside the toe. I'd say about 6 inches, 6-8 inches or so. Okay, you might have to move it. Hand on the hip, slight bend in the knees. Reach over to your block or to the floor. Bring all the weight in that front leg. I actually like to come onto my knuckles and then lift that back leg up. Push out through the heel. Rotating shoulder open. And then lifting the arm to the sky. And then if it feels comfortable, you can reach arm overhead too. Nice long stretch, the whole side of the body, like we're doing our side, all the stretches that we just did. The side angle, the triangle. Okay, and then you can bring it forward, feet together, and then flat back up. Whew. All right, take a moment. Just notice how you're feeling without judgment. And then we'll do, this is kind of a combination last one. All right, so we got the half moon, warrior 3, and revolved half moon. All right? So if you realize for half moon, we're open this way, and revolved half moon is going to be exactly what that is. Revolving, the opposite direction, right? So half moon was this way, right? Revolved is going to be this way, just like we did with the triangle and the revolve the triangle. But I'm going to have us start out in warrior 3 because it's a hard pose, because it's a balancing pose. So if you recall, trying to think, did we learn the warrior 3? I don't think so. So hands either on the blocks and the foot in between the blocks with the back leg up. So this is your warrior 3. Hands can be on the floor. Okay, back leg is lifted. So this is what it looks like. Okay, the actual warrior 3 is with the hands at the heart. This is the pose, but it's a little bit challenging. There you go, all right? But we don't need to do that because we want to do our revolved. That's the whole point of this pose. So keep your hands on the floor or on a block, and you're going to take that same leg that's down, the same arm on the hip. Again, hand could be on the floor. It makes it more difficult, or on a block. Okay? And that block is in front of the toes, not next to them, but in front. So we have shoulder over wrist, hip over ankle. There should be space between the two. Okay? And then we'll rotate that shoulder open. Very difficult pose, but lift that leg up, shoulder rotates open. Yes. Good, good, good. And if you want to reach the arm up, you could, but you can keep it on the hip. That's fine. Either way. Breathe. Lifting that back leg up best you can. Good. All right, untwist. And bring the feet together. Go ahead, bow down into a forward bend. Then hands to the hips, cup push back, lift up, deep breath. Good. So that was kind of a combination of how to get into revolved triangle, or revolved half moon, pardon me. All right. Did we do half moon on both sides? Yes. Did we? Remember half moon? Yes, we did on both sides. So we're going to do revolved half moon on this side as well. All right, so opposite leg forward again. Hands on your blocks or on the floor, in front of the toes. In front of the toes. Back leg lifts. Same hand, same leg to the hip. Push down to the hand, rotate, shoulder open. Pull the belly in. Keep the breath flowing. If you push out through the heel and keep that back foot flexed, it'll keep it stronger, keep it lifted. For those of you who want to, you can reach the arms to the sky, the arm to the sky, or just keep it on the hip. Exhale, untwist. Bring your feet together. Drop down. Hands to the hips. Push back, lift up. Shoulders back. Into mountain pose. And then just take a few breaths. How are we doing on time? Ooh, I'm gonna throw in one more. That's not on the list, but I think it was in the written information that I had kind of confusingly put up in the course materials, so I have to organize that a little better. But it's basically a chair pose, which we haven't learned yet, so it's a good time to learn chair pose, and then we'll go into a twist. So it is a standing pose still, okay? So feet are parallel, hip width apart. Nice tall spines, hands to the sides, lengthen up to the heart, shoulders back. When you're ready, inhale, arms forward. Exhale, sit back into a chair. Roll the tailbone under, pull the belly in, and reach arms overhead. Inhale. So knees are separated. Notice my knees, there's space between the knees, and the legs are, somebody's got their legs really wide. Bring them closer, your hips are not that big. Closer. Cheryl. Yeah, there you go. Good. Let's all take a deep breath. Exhale, hands together to the heart. Take another deep breath. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. Open the arms, so bring that bottom arm down, top arm up. Exhale together. Come back to a squat. Good. Exhale, other side. Open the arms, reach. Exhale together. Come back to a squat. Good. Sweep the arms up. Inhale up. And release the arms down. Oh, you know what? There is another pose. My bad. It's a twisted balancing with the knee bent. So let's do that one. All right, so what you're gonna do, so I didn't have added poses. That's all right, it was a shorter class today. Bring all your weight to the right side. Bend your left knee, and let's bring that knee up. Go ahead, bring the hands around the knee, give it a squeeze. Good, a little balancing act here. Okay, same hand, same knee, opposite arm out, open the leg out. And lift the arm up, that'll help with balance. Good. Knee back to center, switch the arms. Reach the arm out and twist. Take your time, doesn't have to be a big twist. Back to center, and knee down. Woo! That was fun. All right, let's try the same thing on the other side. When you're ready, all the energy weight on this foot. Lift the opposite leg up, hands around the knee, or back of the thigh, if that's easier. Open the leg out, arm up to help with balance. And back to center, switch the arms, twist to the opposite side. Keep that breath flowing and the focus inward. Good, and reach back and bring that foot down. All right, that's it. Those are your twists. Practice, practice, practice. Come to the floor. So if you need help, I do have the one video, which is a little shorter because I don't have the centering and the shavasana in it, but there's no verbiage. But if you want to just kind of watch, You can maybe fast forward through it if you forgot how to do some poses. Or you can look at the course materials that I had posted, and if you can figure them out. They're named they're named twists, standing twists, and then there's two others. Okay. All right, come on to your backs. Go ahead, bring the knees to the chest, give them a gentle squeeze. Bring the hands to the knees. We'll just do a little release by rotating the knees in circles. One big circle one way. And then the other way. And then back to center. Open the legs wide. Nice little release in the hips. Lift the feet up. We'll go into our happy baby pose. Grab the thighs, grab the shins, or grab the feet. So whatever feels comfortable. Just pull them towards your shoulders, and then you can rotate again, right to left. Nice release for the hips, massage for the back. And then return back to center. Bring the knees in towards each other, and let's rotate our feet in circles. One way, and then the other way. And squeeze your toes, point and flex your feet. Then bring your feet to the floor and extend each leg out in front of you, one leg at a time. Through the heels, stretch it out, place it on the floor, and then relax the feet. Reach the arms up to the sky, straight up, then drop the shoulders gently. Drop the elbows away from the body. Rotate your hands around the wrists in both directions. Open and close your hands as you make fists. And then relax the hands to the sides, palms up. Rotate your heads right to left to release your neck. And then back to center. Relax your jaws, your throats, and your facial muscles. Release the tongue away from the roof of the mouth, allowing your soft palates to lift up towards the crown of your head. Relax your scalps and allow your breath to flow freely and effortlessly in and out of your nose. Allowing each and every muscle to completely relax. Letting your bones feel heavy, as if they were sinking deeply into the ground. Relax your mind. If any thoughts wander through your mind, acknowledge them. Then set them aside and return back to the present moment. Following your breath up and down the spine. Let's slowly begin to deepen your breath by bringing more breath back into your body, slowly waking your bodies and mind. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Give your hands and feet a gentle squeeze. And when that breath moves you, sweep the arms overhead, stretch from fingers to toes, lengthening your body. Exhaling, arms back to the sides as you bring the knees up. Reaching the right arm over the head, rolling over to the right side, resting in a fetal position, resting your head on your shoulder. Then use your hands to slowly push your bodies up, bringing yourselves into a seated position. Lengthening up through the crown nice and tall. I'm going to sit on my pillow. Let's bring our hands in front of the heart in union. And just take a moment for ourselves. And just noticing our body, our breath, and our mind. I bow down to your divine souls. Namaste. Hopefully you guys feel fantabulous after our, let me turn off the recording.